Hey guys, celebrating today 2 years of the Hit the Mic with the Stacey Harris show. Just getting everything lined up here. All right. Sorry, I'm done moving it around now. Your Healing Spaces, hello, thank you for joining. As you join us, be sure to let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Lindsay. I'm actually just going to hop over to my Twitter account, grab the link, and share this over in my VIP community because I said I would. Cool. Yeah, so let me know where you're from. Lindsay, thank you for sharing on Twitter. I'm amped. So what we're doing today is we're celebrating 2 years of Hit the Mic podcast, Hit the Mic with the Stacey Harris. I so love doing this show. I can't believe it's been 2 years though. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, crazy. Thank you. Hi, Anne. Ooh. We're live. I can't type and talk to you guys. Thank you. Congrats from St. Louis. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Yay, hearts. Hearts are like a round of applause. I like it. Thank you. So yeah, so for those of you who don't know who I am the Stacey Harris. I am the host of a podcast called Hit the Mic with the Stacey Harris. I'm also a social media and online marketing trainer. I have a community called Hit the Mic Backstage, where we talk podcasting and we talk social media and we talk all sorts of stuff. And so glad I didn't miss this. I was on a call with a client. Yay, awesome. So here's what we're going to do today. I don't have like a pre-made format for you guys. I want you guys to ask me your questions and I'll answer them live here, and we'll go for as long as you guys hang out. So bring me your questions. They could be about podcasting. They could be about building a brand. They could be building a membership site, about Facebook, about Google+, about social media in general, around marketing, whatever it is, and I will answer them because that's what today is for. It's to get your questions answered. So this is a two-way conversation. It is going to take both of us to make this interesting. So help a girl out. All right. I am so excited to do this. And if you can't stay for the whole thing, I will run the replay, probably up on my Facebook page. Yeah. Cool. All right. So thank you guys for joining. Bring me your question. Lindsay says, best social media tools for public speakers. Twitter, for sure. Hands down, #1, Twitter, because you can use them at live events. So one of my favorite things to do when I'm at a live event is all of my slides have my Twitter handle and the hashtag for the event on the bottom of each slide. And if the event doesn't have a hashtag, then I use my hashtag, Hit the Mic, and I encourage right up front before I even get into it, I say, I want this to be a conversation. The easiest way to do that is going to be for you guys to tweet me during this presentation. Tweet your takeaways, tweet your thoughts, quotes, whatever, but tweet with me during this. I want to see you guys tweeting away as I'm talking. And then what happens is I have the ability to connect with all of them afterwards. My favorite thing is when I get people to actually create a Twitter account while we're at the event so they could tweet with me. I find that to be super fun. But Twitter, for sure. I'd also really suggest Periscope because from a event perspective, from a planner perspective, they're going to be able to see you talking, see you engaging with an audience, seeing how you present information. It's a very visual representation of who you are, what you teach, and how you teach it, which is really important when you're talking about speakers and booking your speakers for events. So yeah, totally Twitter, Periscope, Old Standby's Facebook for sure. But those are probably my two favorite ones, especially for speakers, because it's so powerful. Awesome. Great. I'm glad you like that tip with the hashtag. I love the hashtag. It gives you an option to connect with the audience afterwards. After they've left the room, I carve out time after every one of my speaking engagements to go through and respond back and favorite all of the tweets I got. It takes some time, but those are how I've converted a lot of attendees to my sessions into clients, into members, into Hit the Mic Backstage, into my email list, into one-on-one clients, whatever. And it's been through really taking that time and making sure that I connect with them one-to-one through Twitter. So that's really powerful as far as maximizing your ROI from a speaking engagement, especially if you're not allowed to sell from the stage, because there's nothing that says you can't sell from Twitter afterwards. Just saying. It's a handy tool. All right, so bring me your questions. Lindsay says, I totally agree. I use them for my Twitter chat, but I haven't for speaking. Simple transition. Absolutely. You're going to treat it exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. Very cool. Yay. What's your hashtag for your Twitter chats? And when are they? I want to check them out. I haven't been to a Twitter chat in forever. I'm a little bit jonesing for a Twitter chat. This is the level of social media nerd I am. I'm like, man, it's been a while since I got to do a Twitter chat. Maybe we'll do a hit the mic one. Lindsay, tell me what yours is and what it is, and I'll try and send the next one. Cool. Yeah, so bring me your questions. Again, for those who are just joining us, we're doing a Q and A to celebrate 2 years of Hit the Mic podcast. I am so in love with the show. Hashtag domestic violence chat at 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday nights. Okay, I'm just going to screen. Okay, I screen grabbed that, so I will remember. I'll go check it out. Very cool. One of my favorite things, this is a totally random behind the scenes personal story, but when I had my son, I struggled really badly with postpartum depression. And one of the things that helped a lot was actually a postpartum depression chat that used to happen, I think, on Monday nights, called PPD chat. And it was so powerful for me to go and connect with other women who were going through what I was going through and really share information and share stories and just be together and really sort of be in a group of people who understood what the heck it was I was going through, because it's insane. So that's amazing that you do that, Lindsay. Thank you for putting that up. Totally random personal story for me that you probably had zero interest in, but there you go. That's what this Q and A is for. I did hashtag it, ask me anything. Very cool. All right, so bring me your questions. Let's see. Yay for the hearts. Thank you. Yeah, 2 years of podcasting. This is the most consistent I've been with any piece of content literally ever. We actually have done 2 years of consistent episodes, 2 a week. We do, right now we do Tuesdays and Fridays. For a little while we did Wednesdays and Fridays. I think when it first started we did Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it has moved a little bit as far as like when we do them. Tuesdays and Fridays I really like, so we'll probably keep that for a while. But yeah, it's crazy. It's evolved a lot. We used to have guests every week. Now we have maybe a guest a month. For 2 months this summer, we didn't have any guests, which apparently you guys liked because they're my best download months. Lindsay says, any simple steps for getting into podcasting for noobs? Well, I have a course that teaches you how to, called the Rockstar Guide to Podcasting. That's helpful. For me, to realize how simple podcasting is, it's one of those things from the outside that looks really difficult, and it's actually not that difficult. Do you have a Mac or a PC, Lindsay? Tell me in the chat if you have a Mac or a PC. If you have a Mac, you can use GarageBand. This is the mic I use. It's a Samson Meteor mic. You can find it over on my resources page. Just go to thestaceyharris.com/resources. For PC, use Audacity. And inside the program, I actually teach you how to edit and record using both a PC and a Mac. So thestaceyharris.com/podcasting if you want to check out that guide. But I actually teach you how to podcast, edit, record, all of that. You're going to use Pamela if you want to have guests. You're going to use Pamela to record, Audacity to edit on a PC. Pamela, I think there's a charge for, but it's really not that bad. Audacity you can download for free. Build up a stock of shows before you launch. I use Libsyn, libsyn.com to host my show, and it's the only host I recommend. I really do. Full disclosure, that mic, thank you, Lindsay, that mic is on a mic stand, which is called a on-stage table stand. I'm actually going to be getting a new mic, a Rode mic, which is a lot more expensive. This one is about $60-$70. The Rode mic I'm going to be getting is about $200. But I'm an audio engineer by trade or by training, so I'm kind of a geek when it comes to sound, and that'll be on a different stand. But this is a great one to get started with. The big thing to remember as a newbie podcaster is you don't have to have all the gear that all the people tell you have to have. You need a mic, and you need a computer, and you need a host, and that's about it. You can really build it out from that, and that's what the Rockstar Guide to Podcasting is all about, is getting you started with as minimal of gear as possible, really getting you going. In fact, I think everything I teach you can get started for under $100 inside of Hit the Mic, or I'm sorry, the Rockstar Guide to Podcasting, which if you're interested is at thestaceyharris.com/podcasting. Cool. All right. Any more questions? So, some lessons, I had some people ask me, when I posted this on Facebook, some lessons I had sort of learned. The biggest lesson I've learned in podcasting is to do it your way. A lot of people will tell you have to have guests. Ironically, my best shows, as far as downloads, the ones you guys listen to and engage with the most, are the ones where I don't have guests. Which is either because I'm a really bad interviewer or because you guys like me a lot. I'm going to choose to think it's because you guys like me a lot, right? We'll go with that. I feel like it's better for my ego. So do what feels right. You don't have to have guests. You can only have guests. You don't have to do a show that's just you. Do what feels right. And the biggest thing I've learned in 2 years of doing this is that may change. Like I said, I used to have guests. I had one standalone episode and one guest episode every single week. Now we do mostly standalone episodes. I'll have a guest maybe once a month. There's not going to be any guests in November, I don't think. I'm looking at my editorial calendar. We don't have any guests in November. We're not going to have any guests in December. So you don't have to do it one way, and you don't have to do it one way forever. Do what works for you, and do what feels good for your audience, and then keep adjusting. Adjust for your audience. Adjust as you learn and you grow and you want to change things. Feel free to do that. Like I said, we've moved around the days. We started Tuesday, Thursday because it was sort of a shot in the dark at what would work. Then we moved to Wednesday, Friday because I wanted to toy and see if I would get better downloads, and I did that for 6-ish months. I actually really loved Fridays. Lindsay Fisher heading off for a call. Thank you, Lindsay. I hope to see you in the Rockstar Guide Podcasting. Or there's a podcast training at the mic backstage too. Cool, thanks. I really liked that Friday. So we kept the Friday and moved back to Tuesday because I preferred the Tuesday to the Wednesday. And that was honestly mostly because I enjoyed, from the email perspective, I enjoyed sending out my emails on Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays, and I like having an episode go live the day my email goes out. When we introduced Hit the Mic TV, which is the YouTube web show, it was, well, are we going to have an iTunes stream for this as well? And I did for a while, and honestly, no one downloaded it on iTunes, and I rarely talked about it on iTunes, so there was no reason to do that. Now it's just YouTube and the website, and that gets great download numbers. It also gets uploaded to Facebook, but that gets me much better numbers than when I had it going to iTunes. So do what works for you. Do what works, and feel free to change that, because as you get more experience being a podcaster, those things might change. All right, so I want to know if you guys have any more questions. Thank you guys for showing up live. I did want to keep this pretty short and sweet just for the sake of not eating up too much of your time. And I like short and sweet Periscopes. It's kind of my thing. So if you guys don't have any questions, I will let you go. One thing to let you guys know, I am doing something kind of cool. So as you may or may not know, I have a membership site called Hit the Mic Backstage. And usually the only way to work with me one-on-one is occasionally I'll offer that opportunity in there. That's changing this month and this month only. I'm going to be offering up some really, really cool ways to work with me, starting as little as $97 for 30 minutes and going all the way to $5,000 and me building a strategy for you, or working one-on-one for 90 days. Those are only going to be available in the month of November. There's going to be a very, very limited number of how many can do it. If you want to learn more, be sure you're on my email list. Go to thestaceyharris.com/VIP. I will be announcing those opportunities inside of the VIP community today, into my email list in the next couple of days. And that's going to be, again, only in November. And it's going to be really a lot of fun to get to connect in that way. Just for a once-off. 2 years of podcasting, that's huge, and I wanted to celebrate in a really, really big way. So we are, all right? All right, thank you so much for listening to the show. Thank you so much for watching the Periscope. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that we do this again in another 2 years. Actually, we'll probably do it at 3 years. I mean, I'm not skipping a birthday. In the meantime, keep listening to the show, keep engaging in the community, and keep being awesome. I will see you guys next time. Thanks, guys.